Good morning. What is up, everyone? How are we doing? Boom. Options grower already in the chat. What is a friend? How's everyone doing? It's Friday. We made it. Made it through the week. Things are interesting. I was looking at SPY here on the daily. We finally got that. Remember we talked the other day? What was it? Wednesday. I said I just really wish SPY would finish the move. And well, we finally got it. We finally made it down to the 200-day on SPY. We did, unfortunately, close below the 200-day moving average, simple moving average on a daily chart, 200-day simple moving average on QQQ. We closed below it for the first time since was it October of 23. When was it? It was back here. It was this day. No, it was March of 23. That's right. Friday the 10th. So 2 years, first time in 2 years, we closed the candle yesterday below pre-market. We are right down here at the lows. Again, let's go look at 15-minute chart here. What? Why does that look like that? Don't do that. I've got all kinds of stuff on here. Hold on. I was showing somebody some stuff, and my drawings are still here. So, all right. Today is NFP Day. Happy NFP Day to all those that celebrate. Of course, big day in the market. And if you're not sure what NFP is, non-farm payrolls, we did get that data this morning. Here is what it looked like right here. I'm getting everything set up. Boom. All right. Yeah, everything's pretty much in line here, if we're being 100% honest. Pretty much everything is in line. No, I don't know, no big Uh, to me, there's nothing that sticks out here. Now, what do we need to be aware of? We have Bowman at 10:15. We have Williams at 10:45. We have Kugler twice. So we have Kugler at 12:20 and again at 1. And then we have Powell. Powell at 12:30. He's speaking at it's in New York. It's the University of Chicago or something in New York. Um some kind of like economic conference or whatever. So, I don't know that a whole lot will come out of that, but Al is very careful with his words, so I just don't think we'll have a whole lot there. But we definitely need to be attentive to the Fed speak. I'll of course be watching all of that as it comes out, and shout out anything I hear. There is some Trump headlines coming out right now as we're talking. Um, yeah, there was some stuff with South Africa. Um, and there's now more stuff coming out too. President Sheinbaum from Mexico is also talking about tariffs and stuff in her morning address. So, yeah, some stuff going on. We've got 7 minutes till the open. Check the chat. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Good morning. Good morning to you, Cali Girl. Gambling Bear, what's up? God Soldier, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is Friday, isn't it? Happy Friday. How do they stop NQ 3 points before? Yeah, always trade the charts, of course, but yeah, what was it? 003 yesterday. And funny enough, based on this reaction, the first spiv extension is at the same spot. You see this? I just drew this based on the reaction a while ago. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll see. I have this marked up here. Um, this is the QQQ 200 day. I also have it marked. Nope, not there on this tab. Right here, 200-day SMA on QQQ. So pretty big rejection right on it as we popped up to it. So yeah, KB, we'll see what happens. Uh, I don't like the look of it. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't like the look of it. The one thing we haven't got yet, if I go back to this daily chart, the one thing we haven't got yet, pull back, a lot of selling, a lot of selling. I haven't seen a whole lot of buyers step in, haven't seen a lot of big money flows coming in yet. And we really haven't had that just like liquidation type of event. right? Where you see like a bunch of big stocks, just people just dumping and dumping more. I mean, maybe up in here in this day we kind of had it, but I just haven't really seen like people just give up, right? That's usually when you bottom more, is when people just kind of give up. We'll see what happens. KB, okay, we got some other people in here. What's up? Good morning to you, Leah. Good morning, BW, UBW, Chad Hughes. What's up, my friend? Do I use the same EMAs on both short? I use daily. I look at the daily EMAs more than anything on the daily chart. I do look at like a 21 EMA every once in a while, but I look at the daily EMAs the most. It's like the 20 and the 50, the 200, sometimes the 100. But then on smaller time frames, because EMAs by nature are more reactive. So yeah, it, the way of price is it exponential versus simple. So instead of just simple, it puts more weight on recent. So more reactive. I use those on my. You'll notice those on my 5 minute chart, my 15 minute chart. Usually 5 minute charts where I pay attention to them, because the way I use them is just like trend analysis and stuff like that. You see reactions around them. So um, yeah, uh, pretty much all I do. What's up, Myth? We have a tiny gap on QQQ. So we should shoot off here right at the open. That's not worth trading for me. What's up, Michael? Good morning. French Canadian up in Montreal. You are very far away from me. How's the weather out there in Montreal? I feel like it's probably still pretty cold out there. All right, let me throw the screen a little bit bigger here. Couple minutes from the open. Looking around, we did have Broadcom earnings. They're giving them back almost everything now. It was up. It was at 214 at one point. It was up a lot. When I woke up, it was still up 10%. It's only up 4.5% now. Costco's now down 3%. They reported earnings. It just broke that 1,000. I don't like that. Uh, Everything red. Nvidia is the only thing that's slightly green, other than obviously Broadcom on those earnings. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go today, guys. And obviously, there's a lesson there. When you don't have a good fill, wait, be patient, find a spot where you have some decent confluence, maybe take a shot, or you know what you can always do? Just wait, and let it resolve itself. Who was it said something earlier? I said something earlier in the chat. Don't predict, react. What was that? I would trade the charts. That's what it was. KB said trade the charts. Yeah, I like to create, a bullish thesis, bearish thesis, and then like a range bound thesis. And I lean into which one I feel like has the most probability to it, and that makes the most sense. And then obviously we get the edgeful data going, um, and we lean into it that way and let that make sense. So, all right, market's open. I was looking at the book map. Um, let's see, book map. They added orders. They have a bunch of orders at 20K, and they have some down at 950, and then to the upside at 350 on NQ. So that's what the book map's got. I don't know what that means. But there's some of these comments as we open. You guys know I hate trading right at the open unless there's something that really jumps at off the screen at me. What are the odds we sold off right at the Fed report from January, pausing QT, which led to QE? The Fed and central banks are going to start QE and buy securities all time. That's interesting. That's an interesting point, KB. That is actual. Yeah, I mean, if I think about that, I don't know. It's definitely one mechanic of things. I mean, obviously, new administration coming in has been a big deal with this. Like the continued tariff talk. That when the market just doesn't know what's coming, it doesn't know what to do. Right? This gap should fill right now. Yeah. There's your gap fill already on QQQ. Where did we close yesterday? Spies up here. All right, let's take a look around and see what's going on here. All right, checking some things out here. Let's see. Oh, what? That makes sense, right? We bounced for 2, 3 days now. Inverse Kramer effect. That was always a fun one. All right. Ooh, my 233 EMA is right at 20K on the daily too. Interesting. Interesting. That makes sense too. Jayhawk, what is up? Jayhawk. Why is my camera sideways? There we go. All right. Oh, KB short. Everybody see everything okay on the screen? I always try to zoom in the resolution just a little bit to try to make it a little bit bigger. We need to watch this right here. This 107. This is the data point. So this is where the data actually came out. So definitely need to keep an eye on that today. If you watch this chart today, because I have this NFP indicator, it's going to be opening. It's going to be moving the entire day. Screen looks good. Appreciate that, KB. Oh, I don't have music going. What are we doing, guys? This March level on my chart you're gonna see today. Don't pay attention to it because it's gonna change by the end of the day. No, I don't think the market. Personally, I don't think the market was oversold with anything to do with this report. If anything, I th- the market maybe was looking for this report to be its like saving grace, and everything came in line. So, all right, so gap fills are off the table. You don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll check in on this as we get a little bit deeper into the market. We'll check into what some of the data says. It is Friday. Friday is decently traditionally a strong day. I don't know. There's an old saying out there too. Markets don't bottom on Friday, but this isn't a normal time in the market. But yeah, I don't think the jobs report has anything to do with what's going on here. I think it's everything else, if anything. And the jobs report was completely in line. There was no real like surprises. Like I went through the entire PDF like just looking for outliers a while ago, and I couldn't find anything. Omi looking for that one hit a quitter. Get that bag and get out. That may be the move today, guys. You catch one decent trade. Maybe it takes two or three shots at it. Catch one trade, get some green on the board, start that weekend. All right, that 200 day. Adjust this a little bit just to note words. You see this price action, guy? It's just like sellers are just relentless. And then I see like sellers start covering, but I don't see any size. I think we're gonna break this 20K. We'll go visit that 950 area and then find out what it's made of. Upside, I know we have an upside target of 350. That's the only spot on the book map that anybody's looking at. And then this area is going to be a big area all day. So the data high here is also going to be, yeah, look, I already have the pivot point there. I already have a line there. And this is essentially where the 200 day, it's going to be an area, right? From 260s to 280s. We'll just keep that in mind today. I mean, I can't short into 20K, but I'm not comfortable. Like, I'm not excited to long it. If I had to do anything, I'd probably long it. Go through and see what some of the bigger names are doing in the market right now. Look, TLT. So here's a little fun thing. TLT, well, it's trying to pull back now, but TLT, this is your flight safety in a way. Some coffee here. We actually have some green Mag 7. Excuse me. Mag 7 names. Look at Tesla trying to turn something around. I actually kind of like Broadcom here, to be 100% honest. Palantir up today. You guys see crypto last night? Uh, Yeah, they created the strategic Bitcoin reserve, but if you look at this, it sold off like crazy. I mean, look, it was at what, 90s? And it sold all the way down to 80. It was a $5,000 drop on Bitcoin because they didn't come out and say that they were buying more Bitcoin. They're just gonna everything they confiscate, they're just gonna hold on to. That was kind of wild. STR. Coin might be worth watching today, by the way. Coin is rumored with Hood and a couple others as potentials to get the S&P inclusion announcement this afternoon. So you might see some strength in those. Guys, I got ran over on a short yesterday morning. I was trying to short like this, and it just squeezed up and just ran me over. And then got the next one though. I came back for vengeance, but I got ran over in this right here. I was trying to short this area somewhere in here, and it just ran me over. I couldn't get out of it. But then I was short up here. Wait, was this yesterday? No. Where's yesterday? Right here. I got ran over on this. I was trying to get short on in this area, and I got ran over. And then I shorted again right up here at 500, and it worked out. It worked out. Risk management. All right. Jayhawk wants to watch what happened when we get to yesterday's lows. Okay, yesterday's lows. I thought you were gonna see yesterday's close. Yesterday's lows. Only real long for me is over 300. See it for me, it's like I want to take it to 300 and then fade it. I don't know. I part of me part of me wants to try it. Yeah, KB, I've got my live account. Um, had it for about a week or so. I traded about 3 days on it, I think, so far. All it is a continuation of your XFAs. They just combine them. So they took all of my funded accounts and they combined all the balance, put it into one account. Took like what 4 or 5 days to get it to me because they had to set it up with the brokerage and all that. Get the money transferred into it, and yeah, got it live. I don't know if it's good or bad, to be honest. I mean, it was cool. It was an accomplishment I wanted to achieve, but I don't think it changed anything. It does have like a mental aspect to it, though, right? It's like if, I don't know if you guys have trade much funded accounts or anything, but you get your first funded account, it's almost like you trade different than you were trading on the combine or the evals. What's up, Braden? Braden in the chat, I see you, my friend. What are we looking at? Braden, I don't know. We're looking at some erratic, choppy, high volatility price action. The video looks good today. I've got Nvidia moving over pre-market high. I've got Broadcom trying to hold this area. It's a big area on Broadcom, but Nvidia pushing over pre-market high. Apple is ripping. AMD is pushing a little bit. Google, Tesla over pre-market high. Actually, finally seeing some names over pre-market high against a decent look. Netflix is not doing well. It's under 900. Wow, big fall in Netflix. Microsoft was trying to show some strength the other day, but its daily chart looks terrible. It is not doing well. It's down still 0.84%. My Walmart's struggling a little bit. Costco down 4% now after their earnings. Look at this ripper. This is like where I tried to fade it yesterday and it got ran over. They give you back the 150. I didn't get any. I don't think I got any money back. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, options Gary. It's like I don't know when like once you get funded, even though you really haven't spent that much of your own money on it, it's like once you put all the work in to get funded, it's like you get nervous. It's a psychological thing. I had to fight that to overcome that at first too. It was kind of a weird deal. I don't know, guys. The chart looks like it's headed north. It's headed up to Montreal. My friend in Canada that was in the chat earlier. It's headed up to see you right now. We'll see if it heads back down south to me soon. Yeah, let me get this QQQ chart pulled back up. There is definitely a level here. Um, I'm just gonna be watching that 200 day. Where was it at on the daily now? 492.94. Let me adjust that right there, right at the high. Look at that. Worth keeping your eye on. Which means this. I need to move this one too. Where you at? There you go. So right at the high, we're gonna put it up there. Right at the pivot point. The pivot point is literally the 200 day. The pivot point's calculated mathematically based on price action. It's right on the 200 day. That's wild. I remember reading a lot of doom and gloom about this report, worry of recession. I do think this report was good. So yeah, in line with expectations. Like, so that's my point. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm some macro expert. Guys, if there's one thing, like I find my strengths and what I can learn, and I try to add things to it. I always try to add things to my tool belt, but I'm not going to be an expert on macro anytime soon, right? But I can always learn and continue to learn more about it. But what I do is I surround myself with smart people. I think that's a big key in trading. Surround yourself with smart people. Find out who's smart, who knows what they're talking about, and how can you extract information from that, right? So yeah, I lean on a lot of people a lot smarter than me for that. Nothing but buying going on this morning from what I'm seeing so far. And when I say buying, I mean I'm saying buy side. I don't see any like massive orders, but I'm seeing buy side. Which could be shorts covering. Maybe buyers are finally coming in today. That would be. There you go. Nvidia new high. Apple new high. Tesla new high. Amazon trying to get green and get over the highs. This kind of looks like yesterday. Get a lot of shorts covering in the morning and imbalance price up and then just die. Really, they don't do the same thing like 3, 4 days in a row. All depends what Powell's. Yeah, so I just don't know that Powell's going to say anything. Like, hold on. Let me pull this up for you guys. So here's the calendar. If you go to federalreserve.gov, you can look at the calendar, and it's right here. This may be small for you guys. Let me see if I can zoom that in. There you go. University of Chicago Booth School of Business. This is the 2025 US Monetary Policy Forum, so maybe he does say some stuff, over in New York, but how much does he actually say? I don't know. I think the market will freeze, but we'll see. We'll see what he actually says, and then, of course, we have all these other ones going on this morning. Bowman speaking at the same conference. Kugler's Kugler's over in Lisboa, in Lisbon, Lisboa, Portugal. And we had somebody in the chat from Portugal the other day. Hey, Adriana Kugler's over in your territory. I think Wednesday we had somebody from Portugal in here on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, first Fed Reserve. I mean, somebody's gonna come tell me this was a double bottom. Maybe it was. Yeah, a break and hold. I don't know. The way it's been acting, it's like PTSD, right? On me, like if we get a break and you break and it looks like it's gonna hold, and then it just craters back through it. You never know. Myth, is that you over in Portugal? Watch that 200 day on QQQ. It's at 492.90s. Like it's the data high right on. If you look at NQ, it's the data high as well, like 270s. Decent. This is a decent look on a long time. Ooh, Amazon big pop over pre-market highs now too. Broke the upside of the orb. Still haven't got 30-minute just yet. I'm being very, I mean, up 300. Okay, there you go. Got that. Andre's gone over this thing. I've got to add this to my toolbox. You're out, done for that. Yeah. Gave it all back. Oh gosh. Revenge trading. Yeah. That'll get you every time. Every time. So easy to do that. Like I can't do anything right here. We've pushed up. We haven't really got up here to test this yet, but we're extended. I mean, from the EMAs and from VWAP, we're pretty extended. Still in this first 30 minutes. What are we gonna do? I have nothing right here. This is the trappiest of trap zones. Is there a dip by here? Maybe. Oh, it's tough risk to reward though, because you ran so far. I can't get involved here right now. Something something just still doesn't smell right. Like I don't see big orders coming through. I like that. Look at this. Is there a dip buy off of VWAP and the EMAs here? Maybe. Tesla Nair. Yeah, so I just- I wish I had a good theory of what's happening. I do not have a solid thesis today. Look at this. Bye-bye. Oh gosh. Bye-bye. It was a trap. It was a trap. Oh no. It was a trap. There's like some Trump headlines going on right now. Opening candle continuation. We got 29 more minutes for that. We need to see where. I mean, this is your this is your spot. We take this out before the next 30 minutes. Bye bye. I just don't believe in this upside action. Patience is a virtue today, guys. Patience is a virtue. That's an ugly 15-minute candle. Here's break even right there. Where's SPY? SPY doing a little bit better. I don't want to short right here. I don't like this bottom wick, but I want to short right here. You guys see me sitting on hands here, just looking around for confidence. Take right hand, left hand under seat. Did you actually like this idea? Like, hey, don't let me take a trade for 15 minutes. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that for 24 minutes until we get the first hour. Don't take a trade. Don't take a trade. Options grower, same thing. I want to see the opening candle continuation. I'm going to check that report. We'll see what the IB stuff looks like. We filled the gap, but we don't really have to worry about that today. We broke the upside of the orb first. I don't know. This 140 area to me is a kind of a flip spot. But I just don't feel good about anything right here, guys. I was just looking, Costco. Costco has been drilling down almost 6%. Costco is in that top 10 of QQQ, remember? What is my y'all remember my screener build? Costco, oof. Yeah, actually some bearish stuff. So I'm kind of glad I checked this. A lot of these are bearish. Previous day low has been hit on a lot of these. Oh, have any of you guys looked at these? I'm so tempted to short this right here. I'm tempted. Can't do anything if my hands aren't touching my mouse. Well, I'm fighting the urge right now, guys. I'm just trying to be real with you guys. I'm fighting the urge to try to take a trade. Well, KB, NQ is based off of NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ is weighted, similarly to QQQ. So the one thing you have to pay attention to on this list, I don't know if you guys can see this. Yes, I can. Costco right here is number 7, but you see Google, you have both versions of Google, and you have to like add those together. So all of these, like, what's this, 5 or so? So Google's going to be like right here above Broadcom. So really Broadcom's 6, Meta 7, Costco's 8. Netflix also getting beat up this morning. So you kind of look at what's going on here. This is what's bothering me. That's going to bother me all day if we move up. I mean, short here, you got all this to deal with right below. Bear flag, I see that too. Nice bear flag. I can see that argument. Really think it's a short right here. That's the problem, KB. Like, I'm trying to talk myself out of trades right now, but I feel like this is a short. I'm not going to take it because the risk here to just hold VWAP in the EMAs that are just now catching up. The book map is so thin, guys. There is like no resting orders on here. Where's ES? Oh, this PX. Ah, here goes the short. So what's crazy is this is like an 80-point trade. Braden, are you seeing this? Okay, Braden's looking at it too. I see on Bookmap, I see 950 and 350. Like I see here and here. From here to here. It's the only two resting orders I see. Worth talking about. Looks like a lower high. But just from what I'm seeing, anything of like resting orders of size, Braden, that's all I see. 950 and 350. I know 15 minutes. Hundred points that I didn't take. Oh, All right, Ed Bowman is speaking right now. Oh, they're smoking the video right now. Yeah, Bowman's got a lot of commentary coming out right now, so just beware of any wiki action. But Bowman's talking at that same thing that I showed you guys at Powell speaking at. Somebody's knocking on my door. I wonder if Mercado Libre is here early today. All right, we're dying. Oh, dang it. Dang it. That's all right. Damn it. I just watched this go 130 points without me. Can't catch every move, guys. That would have been nice, though. Microsoft's about to test lows again. Osco's still drilling. Netflix new low. Tesla complete rejection and turnaround. Meta complete turnaround at lows. Not a good look out there, ladies and gentlemen. Walmart just got smoked. Walmart dies, there's no way we can have a green day. I don't make the rules, it's just how it works. Javier, ¿cómo andamos? ¿Cómo andamos? How we doing? I do not want to long this. I don't know. We'll see. We got a few more minutes. How was Tesla? No bueno. It's I don't know. Tesla's been getting absolutely smoked, so there's a lot of it's coming into big areas. Just when will it start to turn around a little bit? Buen día a todos, buen día a todos. Muy buenos días. Feliz viernes, mi gente. Happy Friday. All right, options grower. Oh my gosh, I've done that before where I was on the wrong account. One time I did it the other way. One time I thought I was like on a not a paper account, but I had my funded account, so I was trying to get another one passed. I thought I was on an eval, and I took a little bit more aggressive trade than I normally would have on a funded account, and it worked out. It was like the one time that does actually happen. Javier's got those 200 Tesla puts. One big 15-minute candle up, and then now we're three inside that. I mean, we looked above it, but candle bodies. I don't know. If any of you guys see something semi-interesting, let me know. I don't see anything here. And I do think it's just as important to not trade when there's nothing there. See big orders on the offer above us. I think we're going to come take out this low. I really, really do. I really think we're going to test this low. Oh, that's a terrible thing. Hey, but here's the thing, options. Slow down. You thought you had your $200 for the day. Slow down. Don't try to like jump right back into it right now. Take a bad risk reward trade. Wait for the next setup. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's almost like that. Like I have a lot of sports. Like I'm a sports guy, right? So I have a lot of like sports analogies. For me, it's like you have to forget it and go to the next play. If you're a quarterback, you miss a pass, you got to forget. You can't think about like I want to make that same pass, or I want to, If you're a shooter, Steph Curry misses a shot, he's not thinking about that. He's going to go right back out and execute the next shot, right? Yeah, nada. Omi's seeing the same thing. We're seeing nada right now. Nada, nada, nada. Palantir holding up. Let's take a look at old PLTR. PLTR. Interesting. Okay. PLTR is trying to hold up a little bit better. Of course, it was absolutely punished. Guys, Uber is one of my favorite names right now. And it does not care about tariffs, does not care about this market pullback. I mean, look at this. Just consolidation and a half right here. This is a big area on Uber. I have that one. I'm long term in that one. I've been buying some more. It's the only one of the only names I've really even touched. I bought a little bit of Tesla on the way down here. Just little nibbles. Little nibbles. ARM having a decent morning. We got Mickey D's. Mickey D's moving up. Oh wow, Mickey D's. At 5-6 minutes until that thing. Mickey D's. I'm feeling more downside on hour. It looks like it's ready for its next leg down the H pattern. I mean, this is kind of the same thing it's done like every day. See, Javier, yeah, Jay Powell a las 12:30, 12:30. We're at New York Monetary Policy Conference. Geronimo. Old Geronimo Powell. I like that name for him, actually. Trump to deliver remarks at 11 Eastern. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hold on to your hats. Trump speaking in 30 minutes. No, that is something to consider. I honestly like the 1 hour. I look at the 1 hour. I like the 30-minute better because of what options grower is saying right here. The market opens at 9:30, right? So if you're looking at hourly candles like on TradingView, it's going from 9 to 10, 10 to 11. So it's like um I was listening to some squawk there about crypto. Um yeah, so honestly I like the 4 hour. That's one of my favorites just because it didn't come and I like the 30 minutes. So I like to go look at the 30-minute. 5, 15, 30. I look at the hourly every once in a while, but 5, 15, 30, 4 hour. The 3 hour, I know a lot of people like paper games use it 3 hours. Interesting. I've taken zero trades, by the way. Zero. No trades. Not the 1 hour. Yeah, so it's just the first hour. So that data just takes what happened in the first hour of the market. So it's not as much as like the hourly candle. It's what's going on in the first. If this goes any lower in 1 minute, that hourly candle is going to go red. We get down here in the next minute and in 30 seconds, that's going to add tone for the rest of the day. Watch this happen, guys. Oh. Crypto's getting hit right now off the headline too. I like how Trump is front running J-Powell. How would he come out at 11? It's going down in an early run. Sugar, we're going down swinging. That's my song for downside, actually. This would have been a beautiful short on the lower high right here. Oh, 150 points. Yeah, I'm having to do like what options grower was saying a while ago. I'm having to like step back for a second because I missed the trade I wanted, and I can't chase it here. It's not a good chase. I really don't want to go into a scalpy trade. All right, there's our open account. Let's go to the screener and see. We should get this in the next few seconds. There's new lows. Oh, there's 20K. Good. Did we play the bounce? I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's watch that 950. Remember I drew it? Dadgum, this short would have been so nice to be in. Oh man. This is pivot's all the way down to 900. That could be the other spot we look to get involved. About this ugly daily candle. Oh god. So why does this NFP level keep going lower? Here's those orders. I'm waiting. I'm being very patient here. Shoot, she could shoot through. Nvidia's at 110. Whoa. Well, I want to play the bounce. This looks ugly. Let's see if we get a bounce off at 900 down here. There you go. Options grower. Well done. Well done. There's no orders below here. I'm not. There's no orders below this, but I'm not excited to buy this right here. Maybe 900. I'm trying to find some confidence here, guys, to play a bounce, but this looks ugly. Look at that. $835. That may be interesting later today. Broke previous day's low. All right, guys, let's look at some data. Previous day's range, SPY, QQQ bearish. All names bearish. I cannot look for a big recovery today. I just can't do it now. Bitcoin looks like it just dropped an offering. We're still drilling. $5,700 on ES will be another spot to watch. Oh, we're right at 5,700 on SPX. I'm getting my antsy over here. I know, right, KB? 300-point bear flag we missed? That's right. You were all over it. Took out Ooh, Javier. Well done, Javier. I had 0 trades and sitting here for an hour. That's fine. That's where I start to get a little antsy. Do we try it when he asked it's 5,700 here? I'm trying to find some layers of confidence here to play like a bounce play back for this back test to 20K. I'm not really seeing it yet. Ooh. Walmart told us. Walmart front ran this. It told us what's coming. Market leader, Walmart. I'm so tempted to play this bounce play right here off of 900. Let's see. B trades. Yeah, B trades jinxed us. Early Bollinger Band. Okay. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of going through and trying to find if I can find any other confluence. It is 30-point jump up right here. Like I'm hearing other guys like some on Spaces, some of the guys that I trade with, Discord, other places, literally saying the same thing. I'm like, I don't know what I'm even looking for right now for a bounce, and I'm kind of with them. I want to try this 900 for a quick one. Where was that other area? 835. Uh, we could try it here at 900 for a bounce. All right. Let's try it right here for a bounce. I'm long. This could absolutely rug right here. See if we can get to that 38. All right. Let's see if we can get a bounce for 30 points or so. Get a trim, maybe 50 points. We could just absolutely just bleed out. You trying S1 as well? I don't like how it's acting here because it's not really slowing down yet. Come on, give us a little bounce. Give us a little bounce. There we go. There we go. Come on, bounce, bounce, bounce. I'm trimming. I'm trimming. I got to. All right. I got first trim off there. 30 points. I'm not swinging for the fences here. I'm out a third. I'm trying to get out another third at 950. Come on, pop up to 950. Up a little bit higher. I moved my stop up, by the way. The worst case scenario, I can lose very, very small amount here on this trade. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. 50 points. Patience, baby. Patience. 50 points. We're going stop and profit. I'm stop in profit. Counter trend trade. We've seen the data's not good. Stop and profit. My target is obviously see if we can get back to 20K for the back test. My stop's at 920. I'm not even playing with this thing at all. My stop is here. There we go. 60 points. We got one runner. There we go. KB. Appreciate it, Javier. We waited. What did I say? I waited, what, an hour and 15 minutes basically to take a trade. Patient for the level. I told you guys about this 950, and I just said this thing's going to go further than we want it to. And here we go. Here's an 80-point trade. 80-point trade. Let's go. Come on. Come on, give me that 20K back test. Beautiful. There we go, KB. Hey, let's lock in the profit, guys. Remember, counter trend trade. We've looked at all the data. So that's one of the big things I've mentioned with Edgeful multiple times. When you when you have data that tells you things, it's not just it's helping with your confluence, right? Directional stuff. It also tells you how to trade with targets. But we're not looking for massive targets here. Obviously, we have crazy VIX, like things can go really far. What we want to do is stay within probabilities. We want to stay within targets. Trump's gonna comment on the jobs report, by the way. All right, let this thing come stop me out. I don't care. I'm not adding anything back into this. Normal market conditions, if I trimmed twice here and it came back, like close to a stop, I could add right here for small risk reward. This looks absolutely awful. They're trying to hold in here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Whoa! Thanks, Trump. Whatever that was. Whoa! Whoa! What's the news? What's the news candle here? Is this Putin? Oh, it's truce. Ukraine, Russia truce. KB, my top step's frozen too. My top step is frozen. I'm glad I had resting orders. And I can't do anything. Hold on one second, guys. There we go. Okay. Now we're back. KB, mine just came back. All right, my top step just came back. Okay. We're good. There's a whole candle missing. What are we doing? Wow. Hey, well, it's always nice when you're in a position from a good spot. You've already trimmed out and you got runners that just take off on a news candle. What is oil doing right now? That oil rugging. Wednesdays and Fridays, Mr. Options Grower. Wednesdays and Fridays, right before market opens on both. Where did QQQ come back to? Went all the way back to green. Yeah, I mean, that should have been full target. I just couldn't get a full target because we shouldn't expect a green day today, right? I'm about to just take this off here, lock in my profit. Do we fade this right back down? We could have faded. Where's my? All I have is one runner left. Serious question here. Do we fade this right back down? Is this just the back test? We can somehow get to 100. I'm out. We can somehow get to. I'll take my runners off. If we get to 100. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. The reclaim of the orb here, though. Like if I can get 200 point on a day like today, we gonna have fun. Oh. Woo! All right, that was wild. Know I got quiet there for a second because my top step froze, and I had to figure out what do I need to do here. I just kind of chilled for a second. That's why I enter with a bracket every time. I've said this multiple times. I always have a stop and a take profit on my chart for every trade that I ever take. Yeah, apparently, for those, maybe I wasn't clear saying it. Apparently, the news is Putin is ready to agree to a deal with Ukraine with conditions, is what the headline is there. Is this just a back test, guys? I don't know, chat. It's just this the back test? Oh no. gonna make this smaller so it's not over my chart. I want to take the rest of this trade off, honestly, right here. What are we up? 100, 110? Come on, give me one more push. One more push. Hundred and 85 points total range there. I don't like the look of this at the MA9. Looks like it's going to come back down here. Come on, just pop up and touch this 21 again. Oh, freeze on top step didn't do any favors. All right, so just a quick reminder here. All of these have bearish bias on previous day's range. IB broke to the bottom side. That's all bearish bias. Opening candle continuation. We have several that are bearish. We have a couple that are bullish. The indies are actually bullish, so that gives some hope to get back towards the middle. We're stopping right here at 20K right now. 850 liquidity was added below, by the way. And nothing is over our heads anymore. So what we can do right there is our new order area. Oh, sometimes you sit around for 2 hours to take one trade. I'm about to take the rest of this off and just lock it out. Moving up the top, to like right here. I don't want it to go any lower. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Locking the rest of this in. That's a win. I'm not gonna let this come back down any lower. There we go. All right. So the analysis side of this guy, I mean, this could go higher, but I want to lock in profit. I don't want to let this come back down. And I just know the things that can possibly be against me right now. Closing above this is now a low probability, but we have the opposite one with that opening candle. But I'm trying to put some context with it. I'm going to lean towards we probably don't close green today. Anything could happen with all the news and stuff going on. Let's lock in our profit. I don't have any confidence to continue holding runners any higher. Like I said, my main goal, if you remember, when I said I took this trade, my main goal was to come back test here. So I was 100 points. We got a little bit of bonus on that, and made some money. You know what I just did? I just put a 30-minute lockout on my. I just put a 30-minute lockout on my fund on my live account. All right, guys. Now what do we do? All right, at previous day's low here. $571.75. There's your 200-day. I still under it. That's not good. Or we have bullish data here, bearish data here. Let's go. Let's see how they compare. So we have a 35% chance of a green day based on previous day's range with QQQ. Opening candle, we have an 80%, 82% chance of a green day. What do you do with that? That's Chop City. That means I'm in a coin flip. Trump's supposed to be talking at any moment. Hood calls. It's a tough one. Hoods and a lot of names are in a really tough spot right now. So the reason I think it's tough, so like I mean, you pique my interest because Hood is one of the names that they may want to try to get. We have S&P inclusion news today. So like they're announced which stickers go into the and which ones come out. That will come out after close today. Hood is rumored to be one of the candidates. That doesn't mean that it'll happen. It's just speculation, right? But some people, you may see some people try to pump up Hood at some point today for that possibility because inclusion obviously is good for it, brings in more institutional buying and stuff. But if it doesn't happen, you get that hopium crash, right? You'll see it crash a little bit, and then you'll see it get bought right back up. If anything, I would be looking. So there's actually a 2x Robinhood, ROBN, a 2x leverage Robinhood ETF. If anything, what I would think about doing, just is just me, right? Just my thoughts. If Hood doesn't get announced as coming in today and it does drop and you see it come down here into the 40s, 4039, that area. Hold on, let me pull up the daily chart. So if Hood doesn't get in and it comes down to this area right here, 39, 40 down to 39, even 38, I would consider buying some 2x leverage long ETF. That way I don't have to deal with the options premium stuff, and I can buy it in after hours after that news. So if that's just a very like, hey, if these three things line up, we can look at it. Holding previous day's low. This is a very trappy spot because look at this here. Look where these candles are stuck, and look where the opening stuff was over here. That's a tough spot. QQQ below that still, below pre-market lows. Look at Apple go. Microsoft still looks terrible. Nvidia doesn't look great. Nvidia is green, but barely. I mean, look at this, barely under pre-market lows, basically. Broadcom's pretty much giving back the entire earnings move now. Amazon's drilling. What are y'all doing to Amazon right now? Amazon's getting smoked. Davey, that's probably like the most logical thing that I've thought today is if we have we could go lower again, come back, we could go up and come back, but closing right around this 20K is probably what makes the most sense today. And we're just being honest here, it's probably the most common thing. All right, trying to look at the game plan for the rest of the day, guys, and I just have mixed to bearish views on this. If I look at the screener, we're not like gap fill. We're not really worried about because the all happened. But previous day's range, this is a rough look right here. Very rough look. Previous day range all these names, look, this one had earnings, so you can almost discount this and like hide this. And then Apple's the flight to safety. Every other X7 or top QQQ name is bearish. Also, QQQ and SPY, both bearish. Quickly stays low. That is not good for a reversal to close green today. What are we down? 0.5%? I think you fade it probably the rest of the day. IB, we broke the bottom side. That means breaking the top side is very, very unlikely on every single one except Apple. Every single stock out here other than Apple in the top 10 weightings of QQQ. SPY and QQQ also there. Bearish, 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 opening candle continuation. So even though we had these two barely, we saw the internals of this, right? We saw that QQQ and SPY both, even though they have that opening candle, I mean, look how it was close it was to being red. So just some added context to go with the data here. Just reasonable, just reasoning this out, you know, what can we deduce from what's going on, what's in front of us? And that's, yeah, that's all I have. What's in play? We're still well within ADRs. Could go either direction and come back to where we're at. I have trouble playing any more longs today. Unless I can, okay, so I can play longs back to here all day. And honestly, up here, 100 points higher. So like this area, from the 60s to 100, even to 140, this whole area, I can look to fade back down. That's the game plan for the rest of my day. We're right at the 2-hour mark. How's everybody doing? What's anybody got any final thoughts? Happy Friday all around to everyone. Appreciate everyone that tuned in today. Had a nice crowd. We were patient. We sat on hands. There's a few of you in the chat I saw, you know, hitting some really nice trades. I took one spot. One. Yeah, one spot. All right, guys. That's it for me. You've got the game plan for the rest of the day. We know we know what to expect. We got the one trade, very patient. We took the one shot at it. That's all we needed to make some money. It's Friday. Some people like to say FAFO Friday. It's fun to say, right? It should be Capital Preservation Friday. Let's think about it that way. I like what KB says right here. Not funded. I know what you meant. Not funded. Yeah, not funded. So KB's saying, gonna YOLO some evals on Elite for their 90% off sell. I like that. Look at this. This is a good decision. We closed out this trade up here. Or was I was like right here. I said I'm closing this out. We've come down another, what's that, 40 points now, 50 points? Yeah, that was a good close. Good decision there. All right, let me take a look. One last comment I see here. What are your thoughts on Dow Jones IWM? How ugly does it look? IWM, it's not as ugly as it can get. Now, you're like massive point of control. This 200 area, I mean, I could see this being a support area. I mean, look at all this. And it's been punished pretty bad. Rates need to come down. IWM as an indice, though, I mean, you can trade it on a day-to-day basis. It does trade pretty clean sometimes, or if you do futures, RTY. But if you're looking at IWM, I would look more at individual names or maybe certain sectors like KRE, the regional banks or something. There's just so much junk in this index with so many names. It's a tough one. Dow Jones looks good to me. Dow Jones looks better than any of them. Is Dow Jones last domino to fall? Maybe, but when I get some of these names, like big names in the Dow Jones, big industrial type of names, look at John Deere. John Deere still looks fantastic. GE is still doing fine. Caterpillar has been punished really bad. Ooh, look at Home Depot. That's some retail stuff. I mean, we see retail getting beat up. Um, Honeywell's interesting here. But there's a lot of names in the Dow. Obviously, I think NVIDIA is actually in the Dow. Amazon's in the Dow, um, which I think gives it some help. Actually, what's UNH look like? UNH trying to recover, trying to gap fill. Interesting. Yeah, so that's what I'd say. VFC, VF Core. Oh my God, what did y'all do to VF? I'm gonna go check with my friend Dolphin and see what's going on with VF Core. But this will happen. I mean, anything that runs like this, guys, like you have a risk of a pullback. Now, this is obviously extended. There must have been some news here. Yeah. But anyway, so all right, that's it, guys. Boom, there I am. Thanks everyone that tuned in. Look, edgeful.com. You see it right at the bottom of the screen. Edgeful.com. Go check it out. I say this every stream, and I have to say it again and again because I just don't understand. Maybe people don't understand, but like this has been the difference maker. So I did a really cool interview with Andre, the CEO over there, just me and him, and hopefully that comes out soon because I did tell my story a little bit and building up, becoming a trader. There's some really cool stuff there. So becoming a trader, like learning TA and stuff, struggling with that, struggling with psychology, trying to figure those things out, finally getting it figured out, still missing something. This was the thing that really got me the consistency as a trader. I've said that on the record. I'll say it again and again. Edgeful's worth a shot. Give it more than the 7-day free trial, guys. Give it more than 7 days. Try it out. Try to build it into your strategy. Trade the right direction. Don't trade against bad probabilities. I mean, that's a huge help. I mean, just from like this right now, I knew I had bad probabilities. I took this off and said, "Hey, I'm done with this." Right? Like I don't want to keep holding this trade because the data is telling me that it's a low probability to keep going up. So how much money did I save? Instead of coming and getting stopped out down here on runners, I had 50 points higher, right? 50 extra points that Edgeful saved me. Thanks so much. Frank. What's up, Frank? I am closing the stream down right now, though, guys. Try out Edgeful. Have a great weekend, everyone. Everyone that tuned in, appreciate you guys. It's always fun. I love the interaction in the chat. That makes the stream much more fun. Gives things to look at. Gives everybody something to talk about. And then here we are. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Back on Wednesday and Friday right here next week. I think I have a bonus stream on Monday, so watch my personal account for that. All right, Emperador Maximiliano, I am out. Everyone, great day, great weekend. Hope everyone has a wonderful time. Protect your profits. Don't do anything stupid. Anything to like KB, go spend some cheap money on